Players dial in on their hitting mechanics in this game we call soft toss slugging. Soft toss hitting is a great way for players to transition from hitting off a tee to hitting a moving target. It also helps more advanced players focus on specific parts of their swing. You set up 4 feet to the side of the plate with a bucket of balls. Whether you're playing with softballs or baseballs, this game is the same. Here's how it looks. The first player in line steps into the box and gets into a strong, balanced batting stance. You soft toss pitches to the hitter who takes smooth, quality swings. After 10 swings, rotate hitters.
All right, next. Here we go, Julia. Here we go, hands up.
Ask players to keep track of how many solid hits they can make in a row. Then challenge them to beat their streak next time. Remind players not to pull their head out early.
All right, so listen what happened, okay? The ball's here, you're kind of turning your head a little bit. I want you to see the ball, keep my head here, and stay my hands through the ball.
Holding their head still will allow them to keep their eye on the ball longer, resulting in more contact and better luck at the plate.
Good job, good job.
Batters work on hitting for contact in this classic game called Pepper.
You got to spread out a little bit so you're ready to field the ball.
Divide the team into groups of 4 to 5 players each. In each group, one player is the hitter, and the others are fielders spread equally apart 10 feet in front of the batter. Whether you're playing softball or baseball, the game is the same. On your call, one of the fielders tosses an underhanded pitch to the batter using a foam ball. They try to hit a grounder to one of their teammates who fields it and tosses it right back. If they hit a fly ball that lands in a fielder's glove, the player who caught it rotates in for the next at-bat.
The guy who caught it, he's up, he's hitting.
If the batter swings and misses or hits a home run over everyone's heads, they're out and swap roles with a fielder. Play short rounds about 2 minutes long. Whoever lasts the longest at the plate wins. Remind players that this game is about hitting for contact, not power. After all, not every at-bat calls for a grand slam.
Oh, home run, next hitter.
Encourage hitters to choke up for more bat control. In the actual game, that could be the difference between fouling off a tough pitch and whiffing at it.
1, 2, 3.
Outfielders make themselves heard while tracking fly balls in this game we call Mind the Gap. Place 2 cones in the outfield about 30 feet apart. Then divide the team into 2 equal groups, lined up at each cone. You stand in between the 2 cones, about 20 feet away with a ball. Whether you're playing softball or baseball, the game is the same. Here's how it looks.
Here we go. You guys ready?
The players in one line are the primary fielders, while the players in the other line are the backups. Tell the first 2 players in each line to get into ready position. Then lob a ball high in the air, aimed directly between the 2 cones. As both players run towards the center, the primary fielder calls out for the ball.
Got it, got it. Good job.
While the backup gets out of their way but stays ready to grab the ball if it's dropped.
Woo! Good backup.
Whoever gets the ball throws it back to you before the next 2 players are up.
Ready, set, go.
Play until everyone's gotten a turn as both a primary fielder and a backup. Then swap roles and play again. Remind players that there's no such thing as calling too loudly for a ball.
Got it, I got it. Way to go, good job.
Stay silent and they may wind up colliding with a teammate and missing the play. With parents, coaches, and fans at the ballpark, the actual game can get noisy.
3, go.
So encourage them to make themselves heard.
There we go.
Hitters practice small ball accuracy in this game we call Ready, Aim, Bunt. Use cones to create 2 5x5-foot squares down the first and third baselines. They should begin 5 feet from home and extend another 5 into fair territory. One player at a time steps to the plate with a bat and helmet. You set up about 15 feet from home with a bucket of balls. Whether you're playing baseball or softball, the game is the same. Here's how it looks.
You're still coming towards me, you gotta stay back.
You toss a pitch to the hitter who bunts the ball using proper form.
Use your leg.
Feet square to the pitcher with the bat's head above the handle. They try to aim their bunt towards one of the squares. Give each hitter a few turns at bat and ask them to keep track of how many balls land on target.
Oh, boy, nice. That's one right there.
Then challenge them to get even more next time. In the actual game, players might need to bunt in order to move a runner over and advance a base. But with enough practice, it can also be a great way to get a hit and spark a rally against even the toughest of pitchers. Find out what a soccer ball is doing on a tee in this game we call Knock It Off. Line up your team behind a bucket of balls. Then set up a tee 20 feet away and place a soccer or volleyball on top. Whether you're playing softball or baseball, the game is the same. Here's how it looks. The first player in line grabs a ball and throws it, trying to knock the ball off the tee. They get 2 points for knocking a ball clean off and 1 point for hitting the tee. Whoever has the most points after 5 rounds wins. Players love to compete, but don't let their competitive juices distract them from using proper form. Remind them to take a step while throwing.
You're going to step and throw and try to knock the ball off the cone.
In the actual game, they'll be much more accurate if they stride towards the teammate they're throwing to.
MOJO! MOJO!
Fielders refine their glove work with a flick of the wrist in this game we call Flipper. Circle up your team with players spaced about 3 feet apart. Give one player a ball. Whether you're playing softball or baseball, the game is the same. Here's how it looks. Every player puts their throwing hand behind their back and gets into ready position. Wait on the balls of their feet with knees slightly bent. On your call, the player with the ball flips it to someone else in the circle as quickly as they can without dropping it. If a player drops the ball, they're out and step out of the circle. The last fielder standing wins the round.
That's my winner right there.
The art of the flip is the stuff that highlight reels are made of.
There you go. Move your feet, guys. Stay athletic. Nice try. There you go.
Remind players to set their teammates up for success with a flip that arrives at knee height, keeping the ball low to the ground and closer to the base for quick and easy tags.
Oh, that's my winner right there. That is Flipper. Nice job.
Fielders trap runners in a jam in this classic game called Pickle. Divide the team into groups of 3. Within each group, name 2 fielders and 1 runner. Place one fielder on second base and the other on third. Give a ball to the fielder on second and place the runner 15 feet off the bag. Whether you're playing softball or baseball, the game is the same. Here's how it looks. On your call,
Go.
the fielders throw the ball back and forth, trying to trap and tag the runner. The runner can escape by getting on base safely or by forcing the fielders to throw the ball more than 3 times.
Go get him. Go get him. Go get him. Give it up.
Give fielders 1 point if they get the runner back to second, but 0 points if they let the runner advance to third.
Last one. Get him. Get him. Get him. Safe.
Play until the fielders get 5 points, then rotate.
Great job. Clap it up, baby. Let's go. Come on. Go play second.
In the actual game, runners should avoid a pickle at all costs. But if they find themselves in one, they should try to stay alive as long as possible.
Go, Tiger!
That gives other runners on base a chance to advance, possibly even into scoring position.
Safe.
Players alternate catching barehanded grounders and pop-ups in this game we call Grab Bag. Place 2 cones 10 feet apart in the outfield, then divide the team in half and line up each group behind a cone. You stand about 15 feet in front of and between the 2 cones, with a bucket of practice balls. If you have help, you can send one coach to each line with their own bucket. Whether you're playing softball or baseball, the game is the same.
All right, here we go.
The first players in each line step up and get into ready position.
Ready?
You ready?
Go.
Let's do this.
You start sending grounders to one and pop-ups to the other. The players field each throw using the correct technique. They then throw the ball back to you and move to the end of the other line.
All right, you're going to switch it up. We're going to either a ground ball or a fly ball.
In the second round, throw a mix of pop-ups and grounders to each line so the players stay on their toes.
Always stay in your ready position because you never know if it's a pop-up grounder. Always strong, ready, right here.
Give players a point every time they cleanly field the ball. Then challenge them to beat their score in the next round. Because the balls are made of foam, players will be tempted to catch them with one hand. Reinforce that they should always use both hands while fielding grounders and fly balls. In the actual game, that's the best way to stay on the field and off the blooper reel.
1, 2, 3, MOJO!
Players send frozen ropes right up the middle in this game we call Tunnel Ball. Make 2 lines of 5 cones each to create a 5-foot-long tunnel that's wider on one end than the other. Divide your team into 2 groups, hitters and fielders. The hitters line up by the narrow end of the tunnel as the fielders spread out inside it. You set up by the hitters with a bucket of practice balls. Whether you're coaching softball or baseball, this game is the same. Here's how it looks. You soft toss balls to the first hitter in line. If they hit the ball and it lands inside the tunnel without being fielded cleanly, it's a run. If the fielders catch a fly ball, cleanly field a grounder, or the ball lands outside the cones, it's an out.
Oh, out.
After 3 outs, the hitters and fielders switch sides.
This team in the outfield, that team up.
Whichever team has the most runs after 3 innings wins the game. Players will love any chance to compete. But there's an important hitting fundamental buried in all the fun. Always think about driving the ball straight up the middle of the field. That's the best way for batters to make contact with any type of pitch that might come their way in the actual game.
Good job. Yay! 1, 2, 3, MOJO!
Fielders practice catching fly balls at each position in this game we call Pop Quiz. Your team takes the field with players at each position. You stand in front of home with a bucket of balls. Whether you're playing softball or baseball, the game is the same. Set a target number of consecutive pop-ups for the team to catch.
Ready!
Then throw fly balls all around the field at random.
That's 3! We got 2 more!
To win, they must hit the target number of catches without the ball hitting the ground. If anyone drops the ball, they all have to start over at 0.
All right, starting back at 0.
Some players may copy their favorite pros and field pop-ups with one hand. Remind them that the only way to make it to the show is by securing the catch with both hands, like this. And tell them to make their voices heard.
Be ready. Call the ball. Ball, 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 ball. If it's coming your way.
Even when there is no doubt about where the ball is heading, it's important to develop good communication to avoid any errors in the actual game.
Jog it in right here. 1, 2, 3, MOJO!